realized that I was trying to say the same. The awkward silence shifted as we traded one more night. The one about you coming back for me. Tomorrow I'll be the bigger man and I'll bring you coat with the note on my riding. And I'll smile cause I think I can. I just hope you don't make me forget to breathe again. Well, I guess I'll always wonder why you had to up and leave, and why you never told me anything. Or better yet, I wonder why it took me oh so long to realize that you would leave me. Tomorrow I'll be the bigger man and I'll bring you a coat with the note on my riding. And I'll smile because I think I can, and I hope you don't make me forget to breathe again. Well, I almost let you in. You know it could have been so much more than what you see. Well, if you could just believe, the cold reality is you're not trying. Tomorrow I'll be the bigger man and I'll bring you a coat with the note on my riding. And I'll smile cause I think I can. I just hope you don't make me forget to breathe. Will you forget to breathe? Did I forget to breathe again?
All right. What's up, everyone? Looks like there's not a whole lot of people in here right now, but that's all right. I'm going to still put this video out. We're going to go over the qualifying round expert notes for the Wilderness Tournament. What's up, William? So, and the video will be uploaded, so for all of you that need notes, should be pretty good here. I shot a 17 this morning, but I screwed up one of the par 5s. I really screwed it up, so I got a birdie on a par 5. The rest were all eagles, so the notes are good. You should be able to shoot, if you execute properly, 18 under or better, right? What's up, Dane, Charles, Omar? Thanks for the good lucks. Welcome, everyone. So yeah, let's get this show on the road, and I'll play at least one, maybe 2 accounts, and then well. All right, so hole 1 is gonna be Thor's Hammer Drive, Kingmaker, T3 plus 10 max, 7 top, 2 left. Thor 8, you'll have half the blue ring in the rough at the top. Sorry, does that say third? 1/3 of the blue ring in the rough at the top. Thor 7 is half the blue ring in the rough. And Thor 6 is red ring just off the rough. And you want the ball guide favoring right center of the far fairway, right? We're going to bounce over, play the left side, play the rough bump, The rough bump is going to play P3 minus 5 at slider with 5 top spin, 3 left spin. It can be played with Thorn 9, Falcon 8, Falcon 6 or 7, or a Hornet 7 plus. Now we got slider numbers for yardage. I'm going to be playing Thorn, so the key numbers to remember for the approach are going to be 331 is 62 slider, 332 is 60, 333 is 58. Those should be the numbers you're hitting most frequently. That's with a Thorn 9 or a Falcon 8, and if you're using a Falcon 6, 7, or a Hornet 7, 331 is 66 slider, 332 is 64, and 333 is 62. Both of them are plus or minus 2 per yard off from those numbers. So let's get her going. And the minus 5 works with these slider numbers, right? So we've already got a set of slider numbers worked out, and the minus 5 works with these slider numbers only, right? It's not necessarily true club. So keep that in mind. If you're playing minus 5 and you're not using our slider numbers, you might have an issue. So the minus 5 works with these slider numbers. Can't guarantee that it will work with any other slider number. What's up, Jeffrey? What's up, Joe? All right, let's get her going. 7 top, 2 left, P3 plus 10 max with doors. Go. 7, so half the blue ring and the rough on the top with the ball guide out there. 7. Favor 01 full simply because AON push me up. Rather favor 01 come up a guy. Than I do, just to be a little safer. Okay. $333. That's one of the numbers I was telling you about. 333. I'm using a Thorn 9, so that's going to play at 58 slider minus 5. Always 5 top, 3 left. What's up, Mike? Thanks for the good luck. I will certainly try. If you got the clubs and you execute these notes properly, you should be able to shoot a minus 18. Happy August. I don't think I've ever heard anybody say that. Always want to put the ball guide through the center of the cup and about a cup, half a square long, 3.6. That's hole 1. What's up, Shane? Welcome. Thanks for the good luck. Let me get you a wrench. That's a courtesy flush, by the way. Please take no offense. It's how we welcome people, new people, to the chat. So we'll see you in a couple minutes. I appreciate you being here. Thanks for the support. Thanks for the BAMs. Hole 1 has been pretty well money, right? If you get your slider right and got the right clubs and the ball guide set, hit perfect, you should get a drop there. Been really consistent. Now hole 2 is a little technical. The adjustment's a little technical. It's 1-to-1, 3.5 back, 2 right with a quarterback, all right, and a wind 4 ball. But it requires circle break under power, or just off a circle break under power, or circle break under power with 1 click of right curl. It's the 3 wind angles we've noticed. You'll see there's going to be a tree, a big tree with a little tree right in front of it. That big tree is what we're going to be looking at for our wind angle. If we're pointing right at the big tree, and then we just play standard circle break under power, so you just push up until the circle cracks open and play it from there. If the center line is left of the tree, then we'll play just outside of circle break under power. So I'll push up until it breaks the circle, and then I'll pull back till the circle clicks back together, and then no curl, right? That's if the center line is left of the big tree. Right of the big tree, that's where it gets a little complicated. It's 1 click more, so we'll go to circle break under power, and then we'll go 1 click more into under power, and then we'll add a click of right curl. That's if the ball guide, the center line, is right of that big tree. So it's a little technical in this adjustment, but we have been filling it up. One thing you can do to help save a little bit of time, if you're comfortable with a ball swap, if you don't have a side spin 2 wind 4 ball, you can start with a quasar, set your spins, 2 right spin, 3.5 back spin. That way you don't accidentally add too much, and you don't have to sit there and waste time trying to get the 2 exactly where you want them to be. What's up, A Young? Welcome. What's up, Randy? Welcome. Thanks for the good luck. So, with all that being said, what I'm going to do is I think I'm going to practice it once. Let me see what kind of balls I got here. I need 2 side spin. That will work, but it has 3. This also has 3. So, yeah. I don't have a whole lot of options on this account. So I'm going to start with the quasar, and then I'll switch to a redwood ball. I was going to practice it, but because I don't have many balls, I'm not going to practice it. I'm just going to play it. Fuck it. Go. It's 3.5 back, 2 right. I'm going to start with a quasar, set my spins, and then switch to the redwood ball. The adjustment's 1-to-1 or P2 plus 15 mid, depending on how you care to look at it. And then the yellow ring is going to be touching on top. The ball guide is going to be, when I say touching on top, I mean top of the yellow ring will be touching the rough fringe line closest to the pin, so at the bottom of the little slope. with the ball guide pointing just to the center of the pin, but if anything, maybe just right of the pin, not right center of the cup, but maybe just like a click right of the pin, or put it right on the pin. All right, let's go. I think we got everything. The quarterback, Quasar, 1-1. So, all right, let's roll. A little technical, I know, but it's been good. So, you know, you kind of got to do what works here. Yellow ring touching. Ball guide just right of center. All that good. 6-5 is 1-1. And you see that big tree in the back center of my on my center line? Yeah, I'm gonna be right of that tree a little. So gonna require a little more underpower and maybe just a touch. Like a Sue. Well, hello, Miss Laura. Welcome. What's up, T-Bone? Thanks for the good luck. What's up, Abs? What's up, Dane? Thank you guys all for the BAMs. The shot has been really consistent. Like I said, it's a little technical. Like, that was actually kind of the worst wind angle. You had to do the most shit, right? When if you're looking at your center line and it's right of that big tree in the background. That's like the most complicated adjustment. If it's centered on that tree, it's simple. If it's left of that tree, it's pretty simple. It's either circle break or just before circle break under power. No curl needed, right? And it's a 1-to-1 adjustment, so that part's pretty simple, right? And it's yellow ring touching, ball guide to the hole, which is also pretty simple. So, you know, the simpleness of the kind of setup, it helps a little bit with the complicated nature of that one wind angle. But as you can see, good to go. You can remember all that crap and follow it properly, got a good chance of dropping this shot. So hole 3, there is the possibility of an Albie here, although it's not the best. What's more important is that we get our eagle on hole 3. I would say the same for all 3 par 5s, really, in this tournament with these wins. You know, don't waste a whole lot of time in qualifying trying to work on an albatross. You know, it's just we'll have better situations in the opening and the weekend round to get the Albies there. I won't waste too much time with them here. So to start with hole 3, it's a Kingmaker APOC E3 plus 10 max, right? This is the same drive I was playing this morning. 1 top, 1.5 right. You need a cat, big dog, or Horizon probably for your approach here. Because you need topspin, right? So my choice would be Cat 6 Plus, and if I don't have that, I would go Horizon over Big Dog because of the ball guide, and you can actually give yourself a chance to drop it. The only problem with the Horizon is the accuracy, right? So be careful, don't hit great. So to start this shot, it's APOC 5 and 6 is half the blue ring in the left rough at P3 max rest. APOC 7 is blue ring on the left rough at max rest. APOC 8 is blue ring just off of left rough at P3 max rest. You can use, if you've got an APOC 4, you can use a P4 ball to start at the lower end of the plus 22. And it's actually not a bad option because you have the power 4 ball. You can reach a little easier on your approach, and you don't require as much topspin. So if you're playing APOC 4 and a power 4 ball, you can still have a good solid approach to the hole. Take care, Mike. Appreciate you stopping by. What's up, Mr. Jacksonian? Welcome, welcome. All right, so just gonna play. I got a Cat 6 on this account, so APOC 6, Cat 6. That's what I'm gonna. Go. P3 plus 10 max, 1 top, 1.5 right for the drive. The approach plays 0% at slider. I use top spin, usually around, if I have it, around 7 top spin. I think with the Cat 6, I'll probably just use max top spin, and anywhere between 1 and 3 left spin. Try and get the approach, double bounce, rough bump off the slope, just like I was doing this morning, if you watched it. So at max rest, we're going to have half the blue ring in the rough left. All that good. 1 top, 1.5 right. Enough. We max 10, 7. Kind of got a funky bounce there. Came up a little short. First time I got a weird bounce like that. Generally you're going to end up 342, 343, 344, something like that on that drive. I don't know what happened there. I just thought a little weird bounce. Came up a bit short, but that's all right. We're looking for, like I said, eagle here. I'm not too concerned with the albatross. I'm going to try for it, but my goal is eagle. Albatross is a bonus. %0 elevation at slider. I'll be playing max. Ah. Didn't want to hit great, but whatever. Like I said, eagle. We'll take the eagle. Run. Run, run, run. I played that at 90% slider because I was at the +8. Now, we're using sniper slider numbers for the cat because it's close enough. So I know that that's not a true slider for a cat, right? If you're looking at true slider for a cat, the +8 would be 92% slider. But for our purposes, for this shot, I'm just using basically sniper plus yard number for the cat here. Welcome, Shiva. Thank you for the good luck. So, playing the rough bump on hole 4. I know I was dropping the bounce up shot this morning, but I went back and did some testing on it. It kept coming in hot, and it kept missing right and left sides, so we changed it up. Went to the rough bump play here, which seems to be a lot more consistent. So therefore, that's what we went with. It's also pretty easy setup. So it's gonna be Sniper Kingmaker, right? Or Scent. You want to try to keep the win in the 7s. So if you got a king win like 9.1, you might use a Centurion. Otherwise, you'll probably be using a Kingmaker. Anything in the 7s is good. Try and keep it as close to the 7s as possible. Great with a slight 1201. 2 top, 3 left. P3 plus 15 max. Sniper 10 numbers. The yellow ring at max rest with a P3 ball. The yellow ring will be touching the rough on the left here. So that's your starting point, right? So you'll be in the rough. The yellow ring will be touching the rough fairway line on the left at max rest. Add your spins. There's only one wind angle tweak here, so if we're pointing at the big tree, then we'll do everything as prescribed. If we're pointing right towards the bushy tree, then we'll add 2 clicks of left curl. Beyond that, it's a straightforward shot. Let's play it. E3 plus 15 max. Sniper. Now, if you have less than a sniper 10, you can play this shot, but you'll have to play it at like, you'll have to use a power 4 ball to get your starting position. You can always adjust and then switch back to a Kingmaker. But to get your starting point, you'll have to use a higher power ball. Start at the top of the plus 12, or the plus 12. Not sure if it's top or probably closer to the middle of the plus 12. You're using a power 4 ball. Actually, sniper, it says right here, sniper 9 will need to set up with a P4 at the high end of the plus 14. I guess I should have read that. There you go. Then you can adjust and then switch to your Kingmaker or your Centurion. The high end of the plus 14 if you have a sniper 9. Three left, 2 top. 8.4. I'm gonna just go with it. Now I'm pointing at the bush, so I need 2 clicks of left curl here. 8.4 gives me 9. Light 1201. Oh. Definitely off. Going anyway. Yeah, I screwed that. My pull was screwed up. And I hit great. So. But I did drop this several times this morning, as did Fenzel. Solid shot. Don't screw. Pull straight. Hit perfect. Another good opportunity and a drop. Actually, all of these holes are good opportunities that drops, with the exception of the par 5. You should be getting all the rest of them, or at least coming really close. Hole 5, send it. So we're gonna start with a Kingmaker and then switch to a Zerk. What I'm gonna do is it's P3 plus 10 max on the drive, even though we're using a Zerk. So for APOC 5, 6, we're gonna stretch out to max with a Kingmaker, and we'll have the clear ring splitting the rough fairway line on the left, right? So half the clear ring in the rough, half the clear ring in the fairway on the left at max extension with a Kingmaker. APOC 7 will be clear ring on the left rough, and APOC 8 is clear ring just into the fairway at P3 max OP. So we're going to start with the Kingmaker, get our starting position at max extension, release, and then switch to a Zerk. If you have 7 topspin, I would use 7 topspin. The only time you may not want to use 7 topspin is if you have a king wind and a hard tailwind angle. But generally speaking, we've been getting mostly crosswind angles, so even with a king wind, you can still use 7 topspin. It's full right curl, full controlled OP should be a nice slow needle while we're using the Zerk. And if you do it properly, you should be putting. Now, if you can play this, if you have APOC 5 or lower, you can definitely play this shot. If you ask Mike, he played this shot with an APOC 1 and got into a wedge range, right? You're not going to be putting with the lower level clubs, but you can definitely still play this type of shot. What's up, Solus? All right, so let's go. Clubs, balls, good. Thanks for the good luck. I wish I would have hit perfect on that last one. So we got APOC 6. We're gonna go half the ear ring. Switch to the Zerk. I am going to use max. Always 2 right spin, 7 top spin. I don't have tailwind angle, 9.2. Do not push up. And then play full controlled OP. Nice slow needle. Hopefully we're putting. Very nice. I still use P3 numbers, right? So because even if you're using a power 4 ball, it's because you're still the same distance from the tee, whether you're using an APOC 4 and a power 4 ball or an APOC 7 and a power 3 ball, if you're setting up in the same position, you're still the same distance from the tee, right? So the same adjustment should be used. What's up, Brian? Yeah, it's a great drive there, man. I love it. And even if you only have 6 topspin or less, it still puts you right in front of the green for an easy wedge. All right, you're not putting, but it still puts you right in front of the green for an easy wedge. You can push up to make up some more yards. Yes, Brian, you certainly can. When Mike did it with his APOC 1, he pushed back to max, right? And the APOC 1 only has 4 topspin. So he used max topspin, 2 right spin, and then just pushed back up to max and then played full OP, full curl, right? That was with an APOC 1. And he got into wedge range, EB range. So now if you've got APOC 4, you're only, 4 yards shorter? Something like that, 6 yards shorter. So, push up those, I would push up those whatever plus yards the club is short all the way up to max if needed. But, you could even push up to max and play it. So it's 6 yards shorter. So you can push up plus 6 yards, but then again, if you're short on the topspin, you can push up for that as well. I mean, honestly, you don't need to, though, with an APOC. I played this with APOC 5 numbers this morning, and it puts you right off the green for a short EB chip that you don't even really need to. You can just offset left edge, right? You don't even need to kind of figure out the adjustment. It's so short of an EB shot. And that was with 6 topspin. So, I mean, depends on how much you want to push it. But it's not needed, but you can definitely push up if you need to. Alright. So here we're doing a rock drive, sniper approach, Kingmaker. It's another shot that we're really just making sure, we want to make sure that we get the eagle here. Most important. Rock drive, P3 plus 10 max, 3 top, 3 right, full right curl. Only overpower whatever you pull into, right? So rock 8, you're going to start at the top of the plus 7. Rock 9 will start at the top end of the plus 6. And both will have the red ring on the right rough. If you have wind over 8, you should switch to a Centurion or a Kingslayer if you have it. Honestly, my recommendation would be, if you have it, play it. It's a par 5. It's going to be a headwind on the approach. If you have a Centurion or a Kingslayer, I personally would recommend using it. I'm going to start with a Kingmaker and then switch to a Kingslayer just so I don't have to screw around with the spins. But beyond that, we should be good to go. Rock, sniper. I got a rock 9, so I'll be starting at the high end of the plus 6 with the red ring touching it. Full curl, OP, whatever you pull into. E3 plus 10 max. What's funny is that if you were watching this morning, that power slice I was playing, it worked all morning. We got into testing, tested it like 3 or 4 times. It worked every time. Go to play it, and the fucking thing don't work. Like, it leaves me short, and I just barely rolled out the rough, couldn't reach the green. Screwed me over. The one hole that I hit a birdie on, everything else was eagle. So I shot a 17 under with a birdie on a par 5 because of that drive. And I played it like 10, 12 times prior with no issues. I go and I play it for real, and of course have an issue with it, which is just stupid. You would think 10 or more shots would show you all the different wind angles, right? But apparently not. Three top, 3 right. I do have a high wind. I'm switching anyway, but yeah. So we're pulling, looks like a little over a ring of overpower. Full curl, we'll use a little bit of more than a ring of overpower. Yeah, I was quite annoyed, to be honest with you. You shouldn't be able to play a shot 10 or 12 times in a row and have perfect results and then go in and play it for real. Same shot, same wind speed. Now, it must have been a different wind angle or something. The same way, and you know, and get a completely different result. Like, not even close. So that's why we changed it up to just a standard curl drive. Something a little simpler anyway. I knew it was most likely gonna switch over. I just wish we would have had that issue when I was practicing the damn shot instead of when I played it for real. Alright, so P3 plus 35 at slider for this approach. There is a sticky spot if you care to try to play to it. Gotta be careful though. It does kick the ball left a bit. So I'm gonna play just right of the hole. 6-2. Call this 68. I should have offset it a little bit more, right? The more left spin you use to kick it towards the hole, the more right offset you need. That left spin, when it lands, it bounces left hard because of the left spin. But personally, I would rather play it with the left spin and take that bunker out of play. That's my opinion. You can play it further left without the left spin and go more straight at the hole, but the bit riskier of a shot. I've seen people land in the bunker several times. It's, in my opinion, like I said, I'm going for the eagle most importantly here. So personally, I'm just taking the bunker out of play. Okay. That's me. If you want to try and go straight at it, you certainly can. You can bounce over the bunker. You can drop it going straight at the hole. But it's qualifying round. It's not worth, dumping a shot into the bunker and then having to try to save eagle. All right, this hole 7 is ascended as well. So it's a Zerk shot. APOG Zerk. Here, this is basically the same shot I played this morning. We're going to mimic the Titan drive. You can play this with a Titan. If you don't have a Zerk, you just have to push back to max and play a full OP shot. You can play it the same exact way. All right. Using a Zerk gives us the controlled overpower shot, so it's a bit easier to hit. You get a little bit more wind, so you get a little more wind push, and usually come up right next to the green. E3 plus 10 max on the drive. What I'm going to do is I'm going to stretch out to max. I'm going to center my target on the little fairway there that sticks out. Release. I'm going to adjust P3 plus 10 max. And then I'm going to push back up to the plus 16 yard mark. Right? Once I get to the 16 yard mark, full overpower and tip of the triangle right curl. So the center line will be touching the tip of the triangle on the right hand side at full OP. And the Endbringer rule plays plus 20 EB rule if you want. If you're not close enough to just jam it in the hole. 9.5 to 10 mile an hour is 4.5 top spin. 10.1 to 10.5 is 4.3 top spin. 10.6 to 11 is 4.1. 11.1 to 11.5 is 4.0. And anything 11.5 or above should be played at 3.8 top spin. Always one left spin on this drive. The one left with those top spin values. All right, let's play it. E3 plus 10 max, even though we're using a P5 ball. We are mimicking the shot from this morning. Like I said, you can play the same exact shot with a Titan. If you do not have a Zerk, it plays the same way. The only difference is you're going to be playing a full overpowered shot versus a controlled overpower shot. And you'll probably have a little less wind. What's up, Slabadan? Welcome. So now you can clip the rough here like he did. You roll out nicely. Or you can miss the rough and you still roll out nicely. Both shots are safe, so it doesn't really matter if you hit the rough or you do not hit the rough. King wind. Split the fairway, right? Looks good. 11-9 is 9-3. Push up to the plus 16. Always one left and then 3.8 top here. You can play this with two left if you want, but not really needed. And then tip of the triangle right curl. Great left. Safe. And putt for you. I played this shot a few times with 2 left spin. And the reason it's not in the guide is because it brings the bunker into play, especially if you hit a great left like I just did. If I would have used 2 left spin there, it's quite possible I would have flipped the bunker. So, for safety's sake, don't get greedy on this one. Play it with 1 left spin. You'll always have a good shot, and it makes the shot great proof on both sides. Well, this round is definitely low scoring. Like I said, I think with our notes, proper execution and perfect shots, you should have no issue getting an 18 under. The shots are that solid. Oh god, did I miss that putt? Almost missed the putt. Of course, you know, the tricky part is the proper execution and the perfect, right? But with that being said, these shots have all been solid. Nothing crazy, nothing very difficult, not a whole bunch of tweaks to worry about. I think, yeah, some low scores here in the qualifying. You'll see a bunch of 17, 18s, and maybe even a 19 or 20 if people spend enough time to work out a couple of those albatross shots. All right, hole 8. I'm using a wind 4 ball. No side spin needed, 2 top spin only. P3 plus 20 mid. This is basically the shot I started working on this morning. I finished it up. I got the correct spins and the correct offset and started dropping this. My last 3 attempts at this were drops, 3 in a row. So another good chance at a drop here. I'm gonna use a Kingslayer. Two top spin, no side spin, P3 plus 20 mid numbers. Straight pull, if anything, favor a slight 1201. What I'm gonna do here is I'm gonna add my spins, and then I'm going to have the ball guide running right up the light dark row in line with the pin. Just left of the pin is where the tip of the ball guide is going to be pointing, and it's going to be about 2.5 squares short of the hole, the tip of the ball guide. What I'm going to do is I'm going to push it up and should see a click. It'll click up and get, you know, like 2 squares from the hole, and then you pull it back and it clicks back just a bit, and then it ends up like 2.5 squares short of the hole. That's the spot we're looking for. And then we want to be the tip of the ball guide pointing the left edge of the cup, or just outside the left edge of the cup. If you set this up properly, you got a good shot at dropping this. But it can be a little tricky to set up. Be about there. 7, 7 should be 4. Yep. Damn. I haven't tried that with a Kingmaker. I don't know how much it'll change the shot. I've only played it with a Wind 4 ball. So, if you wish to try a Kingmaker, I would a few practice swings at it first. See if it changes the elevation. Thanks for the BAM Solus. Appreciate it. No, I'm using voice control grids. I don't have the transparency. So hole 9 is a rock drive, sniper approach, Kingmaker. Again, we're just mostly going for the eagle here. We're gonna do a double bounce rough bump, playing it close to min club. If we're right 5 rings or less from min with our sniper shot, then it's gonna play plus 5% elevation with baby OP on the shot. And if it's more than 5 rings from min, we'll play it at plus 10 elevation with baby OP. Both. I'm playing a baby OP shot versus a push-up shot, right? Really, the shot requires like a 1 ring push-up, but to avoid that, we're just adding a couple of clicks of overpower, and that takes care of it. So we're gonna start with a basic ball and a rock basic ball. We're gonna have the clear ring on the rough, the left rough at max basic ball rest. Switch to a Kingmaker, 3 left spin, 2 top spin, full left curl, no overpower on the drive, P3 plus 0 elevation, max numbers. So no elevation, max P3, full curl, no overpower, 2 top, 3 left. Do have a chance at a drop here, but it's kind of like the other ones. It's qualifying, in my opinion. It's not worth the time and balls required to try and dial this in. There is a rough bump here. You can get there if you want to push the drive a bit and play it with like a Wind 4 ball or a Power 4 ball. You know, you can play the regular normal rough bump, but being qualifying, like I said, in my opinion, not really worth the effort and the money and the time to get that worked out. We'll save that for opening and weekend round. I'll be happy with an eagle and a shot at Albie. So with our basic ball at max rest, we're gonna have the clear ring on the rough on the left. Right. Switch to a kingmaker. 3 left, 2 top. E3 0. 8.3. You can zoom way out above the tree and pull if you like. I just find it's easier to push here. Full curl, no overpower. Finding the click, backing off of it, and that should be where I need to be. Looking for around 315 or so here on the drive. That's good. For the sniper approach, we're going to go max top, max right. We're going to find the spot where the ball guide, the second bounce, rough bump, and the ball guide is going to be just long and just right edge of the cup. That's why we're not trying any of that stuff. We want to stay safe here, right? Safe, easy eagle, right? Max. We should be close to min here. And then find our spot about right there. So that's 3 rings up. So it's good. 8.2 plus 5% elevation. We're going to play it around 10 slider. 7.1. Straight, if anything, favor 59. 7.1. And then don't forget the overpower here. We want to be just off the teeth, or just half into the teeth on the bottom, I would say. Anyway, there you go. You see, it's close. So it's a good shot. It's a good setup. It's a tricky drop, but easy eagle, and we want to take an easy eagle all day. We'll get it. I'm still tweaking it a little bit. The starting position is what's tricky there. You know, it's hard to see exactly where the ball guide is. In relation to the hole, so guess I had it just a click too far to the right, or maybe I had a click too much 59 on the pull. But like I said, easy eagle, we'll take it. Hey, look, my opponent dropped it from the rough. Nice shot, honey.
She dreams herself a movie queen, upset if he's not like James Dean, so taken by her plastic dreams and not a clue to what love means.
But there you go. That's a 17 under, and I missed one of the par 3s that I damn sure should have dropped, but I hit a great ball. So I had a funky pull and a great ball, but still managed the 17. This is what I would expect here. I mean, hole 4 should have been a drop. So don't be alarmed when you see a whole bunch of people with 2s all the way across the board. This is just kind of one of those rounds, right, where everything is a good opportunity, and these notes are really solid. So please read the notes fully, pay attention to what you're doing, adjust properly, hit perfect, and go kick some ass, right? Let me see. Might could do one more here on stream. Let's see what I got. Yeah, let's do one more. You guys want to watch one more or what? Anybody else streaming? I know Chris was streaming earlier. Like Chris, Jeff, Tango. All right, we got a bunch of people streaming, so I think I'm just gonna shut her down and go hang out with them. Unless you guys really want to see another one. Want to see another one? I mean, I have a couple to play. It's not a big deal. But it's up to y'all. This was mainly just to get the notes out, so not really too worried about streaming the rounds. As you guys can see, you know, the notes are good, right? So I think because there's a few people streaming, I'm gonna go ahead and shut it down and let you guys hop on over to them. This was mainly an informative stream, so the notes are out. There you go. If you need them, you got them. If you need other options, you got them. Good luck, everyone. Kick some ass, and I will see you, hopefully. Probably not for Thursdays or shit. I don't do first looks on Thursdays because we go straight in the notes. But I will be Thursday afternoon, hopefully. We'll be back with a note stream right off the bat as soon as we can. What's up, Jay Keezy? Thanks for the good luck. Thanks, everyone. I appreciate you hanging out with me. Good luck in your rounds, and I will catch you somewhere else. See you.